Hi, this is Tommy Fedegante, and I'll be walking you through the game I created for my course, Understanding Statistics. So, throughout the course, they'll be having different lessons for different days, assessments throughout in between, and finally, before they take their assessment 3, they will have a memory game to practice. This is the game that I created for this course. The game is broken up into 3 different sections. There is the actual matching game, branching scenarios, and then finally a reflection form the students will have to fill out. So when it comes to the game, just for the sake of the video, I already have the game pre-set up, and I know where some of the matches are. The first thing that you might notice is there are ads, and with having 6th and 7th grade students, they are fully aware, ads are going to be on websites. Don't click on the ads, stay on the course, what they're working on, stuff like that. So this game basically is just like childhood memory. They're going to flip over cards, and they're going to have to match the cards with the definitions. So like I said, for the sake of this video, I already have some flipped over for us, and I'm just going to show you what happens if the students do flip over cards. So let's say they flip over this card right here, and then this card right here. It is no match, so they flip back over. Now, what I would recommend for the students, if it is getting too difficult because it flips over right away, is to write down the location of each card so that way they can look at their paper and see where their cards are. I don't think this is going to be cheating because they still have to know the definitions and the words that match together, even if they don't know where the card is. The reason why I made the memory game is to kind of make it, fun, kind of bring back like a childhood memory of actually playing a matching game. And these kids are still young. They're 6th and 7th graders. They're going to buy into it, I feel like, if I present it in the right way. So for starters, like I said, if it does get too long, definitely make sure they write down where the cards are located, and they still have to know their definitions and their words. But let's say they do get the right one. So we're going to come over to quartile 3, and then the smallest number, not a match again. So they're going to have to keep on going until they find the correct matches. So we're going to try a maximum and the largest number. Up here, it will give them a little saying like, keep on going, you're doing great, good work, stuff like that. I just added those to kind of give them little motivators. I wish it was a little bigger, but there's something I control on this website. They can close out of it, they can keep it up there, or do whatever they want. So they're going to keep on going, and eventually the game will end. And when the game ends, another match there, you got this, they're going to keep on going. When the game ends, it just says, like, congratulations, you've completed the game. There is no, like, award or anything like that for completing the game. It's just more of a, hopefully, intrinsic reward of completing the game and knowing your matches. If I notice the students aren't really buying into the whole game, I might try to throw in a competition aspect to it. So, for example, I may do, you have 5 minutes to get the most matches. As you can see, my timer's been going for a while now. I'm at 14 minutes. Hopefully, the students will be faster than 14 minutes, but maybe I'll throw in a, hey, do as many matches as you can. In 5 minutes, whoever's the most wins. Maybe I'll do, whoever can complete it in the fastest time, we'll do a leaderboard on the board in my classroom. Maybe the fewest number of cards flipped that it took you to do. Just things like that. I think once I put in the competition aspect of the game, students are going to definitely buy into what I'm working with. So after they complete the game, they can do this one time by themselves, with their partner, a competition with their friends. They can do it as many times as they want. This is just practice for them for their assessments. If they finish the game, though, they can close out of it and come back to the course, and they'll scroll down and they'll have branching scenarios. And in these scenarios, you're helping your teacher find the matches that she finds. So she flips over a card, and you have to tell her, hey, I know that this word or definition goes with the card that you're given. The reason why I like the scenarios that I created is because if they get it incorrect, I tell them the correct definition or word that goes with it. So I'm going to show you right now. So the first one says, I just flipped over a card that says the difference between the maximum and the minimum. What match am I looking for? So on here, they'll have IQR or range. The correct answer is range, but let's say they click on IQR on accident. I'm not going to say, like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm just going to give them a little friendly reminder. Darn, I don't think that is it. IQR is the difference between the upper and lower quartiles. So when they go, oh, IQR is a type of range, but it's from the quartiles, not the maximum minimum. So they can try again. and they'll click on range, hopefully, and they'll see they have the right answer. Again, when they get the right answer, I will just make sure they know that it's the right answer by giving them the definition again. And they're going to keep on going. The next part says histogram. I totally forgot what that is. Can you help? So they're going to tell their teacher what a histogram is, and they're going to pick on their 3 different options. Let's say I click on this one. It is incorrect, but it will say, are you sure? I think that's a box plot. We're going to try again. The reason why I have different options is because I don't want them to know the right one right away. Obviously, process of elimination, if they get 2 incorrect, they're going to have to know that third one's right. But hopefully they can talk about that in the reflection aspect if they're getting them wrong every time. The correct answer is look for a graph with bars. Yes, you are on the right track. Now I want them to practice, is there a difference between the bars? And they should know that in a histogram, they're connected. In a bar graph, they are not connected. So they should click on, they are connected. Yes, that's the interval, them connected. Good work. And that's the end of the scenarios. I could add more, but I didn't want to add a whole bunch just to make them feel like they have to do it or it's tedious work. I just want to do a couple just to see if, hey, can I apply the definitions to these scenarios? They can do them again if they want to. Unfortunately, they stay in the same order, so it's not going to change up the order or change up the words. And then finally, they have a reflection. And then with the reflection, they'll open it up, and it'll just a quick little survey. Did you like playing the game? How are the cards? Do you feel this is a good way to study? And then overall, how would you rate the game? The last question is basically for me as the creator and instructor to see hey, is this something that I should keep on doing with the game? Are they going to like this next year? Are they not going to like this? But then the other 3 questions are kind of for them to see how they're doing overall. Like I said, if they're getting all those matches wrong, maybe this is not a good way for them to study. So in question 3, they'll tell me different ways they think that can help them study. I want them to reflect because I feel like if I'm taking a constructivist approach, they have to be reflecting on themselves to know how they're doing, what they're doing, how can they improve, things like that. With just the memory game in my course, I feel like that's not going to be a completely constructivist approach. But adding the scenarios and then again the reflection form, I feel like it's going to start adding elements of a constructivist approach. That is why I decided to add those this week in my game. I hope you enjoyed understanding and learning about my game, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.